Hey everybody, it's Justice for Comics. I saw this on CBR today and I thought, man, I gotta shoot a video on this. This is a pretty outrageous claim. So, Absolute Carnage, it was announced earlier this week on Twitter from Donny Cates that him and Stegman are coming out with this series. I think it comes out in July. And they're claiming here at this recent Comic-Con here, the C2E2 in Chicago, that they are gunning to beat Jim Lee's sales record of X-Men #1. So, you page down into the article, there is the tweet by Ryan Stegman saying, "First at Donny Cates and I came for Watchman's Crown and we got it. What should we come for next? Oh, I know." And then you can see in the picture there, X-Men #1 behind Absolute Carnage. So the number to beat is 8,104,612 copies. Now remember, this came out, what was X-Men #1? That was 1991, right at the height, probably the greatest comic book sales in the history of comics. Sorry guys. In the history of comics was in those early 90s. This was also the period of time when Image was formed. Comic books were a lot less expensive then. Your average price of a comic book was $1.75 to $2. I remember when Image started, most of their books were $1.95, and I remember thinking, who the hell is going to pay $1.95 for these comic books? A lot of people did. Spawn #1 sold well over 1 million copies, but 8 million. I'll go out on a limb. In fact, there's no limb here. Okay, there's no way in hell that they will even come close to that number. I would be shocked if they sell 1 million copies of Absolute Carnage #1. Go ahead and put me on the record. If I'm wrong, I will make a whole video apologizing to Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman. I don't at all think that they will. I don't think they'll sell 1 million. Maybe they could sell, a big book would sell, 150 to 200,000 copies these days. Just comic books are completely different today than it was back in 1991 when X-Men hit that record. Comics were a lot less expensive. There were a lot more people collecting comic books. You had children that were buying comic books. Today, kids aren't buying comic books, okay? They just aren't. Most comic books, almost 90% of comic books today are bought by adults. Usually the age demographic is 25 to 40. That's your meat of your demographic right there, 25 to 40. There are very few comic book purchases made by teenagers or younger. It just isn't. Most kids today, they're on YouTube, they're playing video games. I have 2 kids myself. They have no interest in comic books. I have comic books come to the house every month, and I've bought them comic books, and they go, "Gee, thanks, Dad," and they'll read it for maybe 2 minutes, and then they're onto their YouTube channel, or they're playing a video game. So I couldn't resist. This article came out on CBR, and I thought, oh my God. I started reading it, and I was laughing as I was reading this, because there is just no way that that record for X-Men #1 will never be touched ever. I'll go ahead and say it again. Never. Never, ever, ever, ever in 1 million years. And the reason why is because comic books are just different now. They cost a lot more. It was just a different era that will never return. So, this is all promotion. And obviously it's working because I'm promoting it, right? On my channel, I'm promoting this comic book. And I have no doubt that it'll have good sales. I have no doubt in my mind it will be the #1 selling book the month it comes out. But to say that it will eclipse X-Men #1, it'll never happen. They won't even sell more than 1 million. I'll guarantee you they don't sell more than 1 million. I can't think of the last time a book sold over 1 million copies. The last few iterations of Batman didn't sell 1 million copies. I mean, just name any title in the last 5 to 6, maybe even 10 years. I can't think of anything that sold over 1 million copies. So I just don't see it happening. I would love to be wrong about that, but I just thought, man, this is an interesting article because it's really kind of silly. It's just, okay, it's August release. I misspoke. I think I said July earlier. So August, wrapping up near the end of summer, them selling 8 million copies, I just don't see it happening. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. What do you guys think? If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell for notifications, and please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I just don't think there's any way that they can legitimately sell even 1 million. I don't think it'll even hit 1 million. I can't think of the last book that sold 1 million copies. So, and I don't think it's going to be this one. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think. I just wanted to post that quick video, give you my thoughts on that, and I'll be seeing you guys soon, especially on Wednesday. Thanks.